Man, it is in the middle of summer. It is August. If you live in Southwest Florida like I do, it's Africa hot down here. And all I could think about are my friends out in Louisiana, because I know if it's not going off, it's about to with those giant bull redfish. And I no sooner get that thought in my mind, and guess what? The phone rings, and it's Jason Catchings. And he said, dude, jump in the truck, grab the crew, get your butt out here now. What's really cool is my crew, I mean, they're a spontaneous bunch. Ran up the road, they're only a few miles up the road, picked them up in the wee hours, and we're heading to Louisiana. For those of you that have never been to Louisiana, 14 and a half hours on the road, I was ready to be back in my element. Venice is kind of positioned in the middle of all this petrochemical industrial thing. And you get into the river and you start heading down river, and of course you're seeing ocean-going ships and crew boats, and then you get to the lodge and it's in the middle of nowhere. It is so cool. I slept great because I was tired, but all I could do is dream about what the next day was going to be like, and it didn't disappoint us. We woke up to a beautiful sunrise, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and I just couldn't wait for the day to start. Good morning, y'all. We're in Louisiana. We're south of Venice. I mean, we're way south of Venice. We're at the mouth of the river.
We are. We're 24 miles south of the Venice, of the last piece of land. We're down here at South Pass at Port Eads. 1,000 yards behind us is the Gulf of Mexico, and then we have the whole Louisiana Delta out in front of us.
As you might have noticed, I'm with my good friend Jason Catchings, and he's got multiple lodge locations all over the country, even Patagonia, but multiple locations here in Louisiana, and that is a huge deal because no matter when you come here, and you've probably seen the shows when we were here early in the season and it was really cold, we had to move around a little bit. This guy has got the logistics figured out. And now we're at the mouth of the river and literally can go around the corner and we're on them. We don't have to make that 25-mile run or whatever it is.
No, we can access the whole Louisiana Delta from right here. We could go tuna fishing, we could go tarpon fishing, we can go red fishing, trout fishing, all within about 10 miles of here.
Like my man Jason said, we didn't have to go very far. That was the beauty of staying at Port Eads. Now the big bull redfish start coming in August, and they're in here because there's a huge concentration of bait fish. In particular, they're pogie schools as far as you can see, and you can literally smell them. To me, it smells a little bit like this fresh cut grass, if you will, like just after you mow your lawn. And they are in here gorging, just gorging on all these pogies.
That's a real one.
That's a red. That's a red.
Second cast. Venice, Louisiana, redfish.
Jason, you know, we're out here in this gigantic bay right off the coast. And a lot of people are going to say, what are you fishing? But there's a lot of pogie schools out here, and you're fishing these slicks, aren't you?
Right, so we're out here in the middle of the Gulf, 8 to 10 foot of water, fishing slicks from redfish that are regurgitating. There's pogies all around.
You can see the bait all around us.
And these redfish are just coming in here to get ready to spawn, just like bass fishing. Pre-spawn fish are coming in here to get fat and hungry and feed up, and then they'll go off and spawn on the full moon in September and then come back.
You can see this big bait fish slick right here.
And if you get downwind of them, they smell like watermelon or fresh cut grass, and that's how you know they're the right ones.
Whoa!
There he is.
Oh, you got him?
No, he didn't.
God, what a strike, buddy.
Hey, when your strike indicator goes down, you got to fish.
Well, my indicator's a top dog.
Come on, pro, keep him out of the motor.
I got some Guggen up here dancing with me. Here, I'll go get the net. Rodney, hold that. Get him, Guggen. Oh, Lord. All right, people are asking me why we're using a salmon net. That's why. He's big as a salmon. Look at that toad right there.
Why don't you go get yours?
Okay, I'm over here. I'm working now. I'm on the clock. My guy's out here in another time zone. Look how gorgeous that fish is right there. Isn't that pretty? Lord have mercy. Look at that. So I can't even see that top dog. Yeah, you picked that up. My God.
Boys and girls,
That's a basket full of redfish there. I don't want to say I got you beat, but I think I got you beat.
well, what do you think, my man?
You know what? This place never ceases to amaze me. That was the second cast. It was my first cast. That was my second cast, and we had a double, 30, 35-pound redfish.
Venice, Louisiana.
It's just unbelievable. Ain't no place in the world like it.
The Gypsy Angler with Ray Van Horn is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Miro Lure, turn on the bite anytime, tie on a Miro Lure.
Now, you're dealing with countless millions of pokies. And why would they eat anything you're throwing? So you've got to create a ruckus. You got to make a lot of sound. So you're going to use, in my mind, we're going to use real noisy top waters and a popping cork combination to call these fish in. Because they've got millions of pokies to eat, you've got to get their attention.
That's a problem when you hook those big ones like that. It takes so long, the school gets back. There he is. I would throw right over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Which way
Go
is he
ahead.
running, right or left?
He's going right. I'll walk on you. Go ahead and hold us down again. So you're getting at school. There you go. 3 pops and he was on.
What size is that one, Jason?
I don't know. It might be bigger than the other one.
Here, let me grab some net for you.
They're a little hungry this morning. That little storm's got them fired up a little bit.
I'll grab the net.
He's not as big, but he's got a mean attitude.
If he's a Louisiana redfish, that's just in their DNA.
It is. They're just big and mean. He's big and orange and... What do you think, man? Look how orange this one is.
That's a beautiful specimen right there, dude.
Hey, look how flat that one's tail is.
Oh my God. Yeah, now, if you're what Jason's talking about, look how square that tail is. So in a tournament situation,
And he might be close.
He's either right there or he's slightly over. But usually a lot of these fish that travel have an extended upper lobe and it comes way out here. And then that fish wouldn't be a very good tournament fish. But this one's close together, square. That's the kind you
And
look
look, and look how fat his belly is, full of pokies.
Just full of pokies.
Absolutely full.
Pokelicious. All right. All right, now there's so many ways to catch them. But does it get any better than surface activity, crushing strikes on your papa dog and your top dogs? I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And I mean, they're giant fish, 20 to 40 pounds, vibrant. I mean, it looks like an artist painted these fish. They are so vibrant out here, and they are mean. There's one right, oh, look at that strike.
You got him?
Got him, buddy. He came out of the water, dude. He lit it up.
Hey, this time I'll net you a fish.
Oh, that'd be awful nice, huh? All right, my guy says he's going back here. Oh, get away from the mercury. Going back this way. Boy, you gotta be a ninja. He is mean. Look at him shake his head, Jason. Ah.
There's a perfect way of matching the hatch and matching what they wanted. A little popping noise, second cast, and you catch one.
This one might be in the slot here. Maybe not.
No.
Dude, he came totally out of the water.
Hey, easy, easy, easy.
All right, so he's not in the slot.
He hasn't seen the slot since you've seen 30.
Oh, that's mean. That's mean-spirited right there now. How about that, sports fans? We haven't been here 3 minutes. It's just chaos, man. It's just every cast.
I told you.
It's beautiful. Hey, when he tells you, when that man there tells you, you better get on an airplane and get on down here right now. Of course, that's most of the time.
Right.
The Gypsy Angler with Ray Van Horn is brought to you by Frigid Rigid Coolers, the last cooler you'll ever buy. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Power Pole, shallow water anchor.
All right, now I go back quite a ways with old Jason Catchings, and I know that he has a passion for this that probably equals mine, and that's scary. That's scary for him, trust me. The dude is, I mean, we met fishing the ESPN Redfish Tour years ago, and he stands out because he is into it like I'm into it. He's into plug, spin, fly. He's into all that, the sight perspective of this kind of fishing. He's a man. That's not cute.
Woo, he's running at me. You gotta catch one right there.
Let me know if you need a net.
I'm waiting on you, but I know you. You want to keep casting.
Well, it's just kind of a me thing.
This is the biggest fish of the day right here.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right, let me get the net for you.
Wait to see this Goliath.
All right, I'll go back and get a net on you.
He's gonna be about the size of yours.
He's gonna have to be 35, 40 pounds to do that. Wow. That is epic. You know what's really nice about these power poles, Jason? You can put that power pole down right now, stay right here in these slicks.
And Ray, you don't have to fight the boat while you're fighting the fish.
It makes fishing so much more enjoyable.
I mean, they've changed the game of fishing. You put 10-foot power poles on, and you can pretty much anchor up anywhere you want to. We're out in the middle of the Gulf, and we can anchor up and catch monsters like this.
One of the most impactful tools
in fishing.
In fishing.
It's like the trolling motor.
Jason, you know what else I like about this kind of fishing? Anybody in the family and everybody in the family can come down and do this and catch the biggest fish of their life.
Well, you know, Ray, that's what people need to realize is, whether you want to fly fish, whether you want a family outing or a corporate outing, we can catch fish like this with a 10-year-old kid.
Or a 90-year-old man.
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, we can make it happen for you.
I'll tell you, it's fantastic. And I mean, just unlimited number of ways to catch. All right, let's get him back in the pool.
Put him in.
Okay, they are hardy animals here. I'm telling you, there's a different gene in these fish. They're just mean, tough, strong. They're just don't quit. It's unbelievable. Now you're gonna see the footage and you're gonna go, that is ridiculous. That is awesome, how much activity there is and how good the fishing is. I've been here a lot of times. And believe me or not, it was probably 20% of what it could be. Seriously, and it's that good. I mean, a bad day here, they call this kind of a bad day, is a ridiculous, awesome day anywhere else. That's how good the fishing is here. In this show, we utilize two different mirror lure topwater baits, the very large specimens in this show. Top Dog, super big, cast a mile, very loud rattle, draw a strike from a great distance, big hooks. And then, when it gets really rough, we switch over to the Papa Dog, and that's got a cup face. It's very much like a popping cork with treble hooks. On this outfit, we've got a 7.5-foot medium light series spinning rod, Avid series from St. Croix, a DOA popping cork And then we've also got a 4-inch cow shad, chartreuse tails. They really like bright colors out here. Pop, pop, let it sit, hold on to your rod. Canyon 3500 series spinning reel, long cast, a lot of line capacity, great drag, fantastic outfit.
The Gypsy Angler with Ray Van Horn is brought to you by Dick Norris GMC, the preferred truck dealer of the Gypsy Angler. Bob's Machine Shop. Go fast, go shallow, go efficient.
It's almost unbelievable how good this fishing is in lieu of what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico right now. There is Tropical Storm Harvey bearing down the Texas coast. And you're saying, well, big deal, you're in Louisiana. This storm is so big that the outer bands are approaching our location. And I'll tell you what, where I come from, just before that, the bottom drops out of that barometer, these fish gorge. They know it's coming.
That noise makes those redfish think another redfish is feeding, and they come up and look, and bam, there's something right there. Redfish are very curious.
And as loud as that is in the air, that sound travels what, 8 times faster in water?
Probably 8 to 10.
So that must sound like a bass drum.
And some days they want it super loud, and some days they want it to where you barely pop it like
Well,
that.
if it's slick, sometimes just very subtle is the way to go.
Yep.
Kitty?
Nope.
He ain't ready
Maybe
for
not.
boat.
No, that's not a kitty. Mr. Redfish. Oh, Mr. Red. I'm about wore out, Ray.
I'm telling you.
All right, Ray, you want to come get the net?
All right, buddy, I'm heading that way. You get a little education pretty quick from Captain Jason Catchings on this whole slick thing. And you want to find one that is small, a surface slick that's small, it's just starting, you know is active, that there's redfish and all likelihood in there. If you see one that is massive, well, that's all history. That's already, already done. So a little primer on what to look for, and of course you're looking for bird activity as well. He said he isn't ready for that yet.
I'm gonna walk him through the front
What
and
Jason
around.
doesn't understand is that the show's over on this side of the boat, and his redfish is manhandling him. I don't know, man. You need any help over there, Jason?
I'd hate for you to have to do something, Ray. Man. Like after you jabbed at him, he got a new strength of energy.
He's still not done. Look at how chunky. Look at the girth.
Look at the little horseshoe on his tail. How about that?
That is cool. That's like a Indianapolis Colt redfish.
That's it.
That is really spectacular. Jason, this has been fantastic, man. That's the thing that's really cool about coming to Louisiana. You can get a lot done in a short period of time. And we've got Tropical Storm Harvey.
That's right.
Banging at the door. And
Last time you brought a cold front, this time you brought a tropical storm.
I do what I can. I'm trying out for the Weather Channel, man. Cantori needs help.
Or you just want to make it difficult on me, but you're in Louisiana, I can produce.
Tell you what, y'all fish hard. Remember, you don't get this day back. I never thought I'd say this, but at one point I'd had enough. I mean, it was like a beat down, and I tapped out. I did. I'm sorry, but I did. And before you start sending all the hate mail to me saying, what'd you do that for? Why didn't you keep on? You come out and try this. And after I don't know how many, and these are not little fish. These are 20 to 40 pounders. More of them close to 40 than 20. And they will wear you down. I mean, you're going to need new body parts. Arms, shoulders, hands. I mean, we didn't catch a fish all day long under 20 pounds. Where do you go and do that? There are very few places in the world where you can go and do that. What's really nice is that once you've had enough of this for the moment, you go right around the corner, you're at the lodge. You don't have to run all the way back up to Venice. As you all know, I live in the Everglades, and I live there because of the solitude and how quiet. I once made the statement that the silence is deafening. All you hear is nature, and that's what this place is. It's the same thing, just over in Louisiana. I love it. Hey, a big shout out to Captain Jason Ketchings and his crew at Port Eads Marina in the lodge there. What a great facility. The food is ridiculous. You want for nothing. Everything's satellite. It is really cool. And I've got this in my head that, you know, as good as this is and was, all I can think about is that all of these animals are going to be bigger next year. Louisiana, I'll be back real soon.